Who's the drummer?
Adrian. Remember Adrian Marquez?
Dude, seriously?
Adrian, dude.
That's Adrian?
That's Adrian, dude.
Holy sh! Haven't heard that guy for a long time.
Dude, Adrian is awesome.
Oh, man. All right. Hey, punks.
What's up, punks?
Welcome to a special episode of Mosh Pit Mentality. Really cool. We're going to get into it. But first, I'm Chaotic. I'm your ADHD brain.
Hey, I'm Mayhem. I have bipolar, PTSD, and a bunch of other stuff.
My name is Marty, and I struggled with alcoholism and depression and anxiety.
Yep, and I'm in the producer chair. I've got everything that they have and more, so.
Well, welcome to Mosh Pit Mentality's live stream. This is our space where we go deep into some of the mental health issues we've talked about on RockMental.
That's right. And today is a very personal one for me. So I brought my buddy Marty here. Marty's been one of my oldest friends. We met, dude, I did the math almost 30 years ago.
My gosh.
In middle school.
Damn.
And quite frankly, I wouldn't be a metalhead if it wasn't for this guy. I was still listening to like Creed and shit.
Michael Jackson.
That was a long time ago, dude. We're gonna talk about that.
I love Michael Jackson.
Right? But Marty is the one who introduced me to Master of Puppets, the Cold Chamber.
Oh my God.
Remember Cold Chamber?
Oh.
Horn. I think you're the one who not forced me, but like really egged me on to buy Follow the Leader CD. Use my like freaking week's worth of lunch money and shit to go buy the record, which I don't trust me, I don't regret. But I wanted to bring Marty on because, man, he's got an awesome story through music, through life, through mental health, and really can speak to a lot of the challenges that musicians, people in bands, everyone goes through in their journey. So I want to thank Marty for coming on and hanging out with us on a Thursday.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man, so
Yeah.
much. Mental health is crazy, and it takes over your life, and
Yep.
it's definitely taken me on some crazy times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times I truly regret.
Yeah. Same
You
here,
know,
man.
and I think there's so many elements to mental health, and there's a lot to
Mhm.
dive in and dig into, and so
Yeah, for
man,
real.
I'm so open to letting you guys know what's going on.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure, man. Cool.
All right, man. Well, before we get started and deep into it, we have a Mosh Pit Mentality mantra.
That's right.
And we base our, I guess, culture of our whole project here on the mosh pit. And as you know, mosh pits are messy, they're sweaty, they can get ugly sometimes, but there's one rule: if somebody falls, we pick them up.
Yep.
You
No matter
stop what you're doing, pick them up off the floor, make sure they're okay, and you get to raging again.
That's right.
Doesn't matter what they look like, doesn't matter who they love, how they voted, doesn't matter. Just get them off the floor, make sure they're okay, and let's rage on.
That's right.
So this is where we get our Mosh Pit Mentality mantra from. And go ahead and repeat after me. Throw those horns up. If you're watching at home, throw those horns up. All right, let's do this. If you hit the ground,
If you hit the ground,
put your hand up.
put your hand up.
If you see a hand up,
If you see a hand up,
put your hand out.
put your hand down.
Ask,
Ask,
answer.
answer.
That's how we rage to see another show.
That's how we rage to see another show.
Nobody moshes alone. That's right. Here at RockMental, nobody moshes alone. If you know somebody that needs help, or if you yourself need help, dial 988, even right now,
Yeah.
and please get some help. Otherwise, you can watch us talk about stuff for a little while. It's going to get deep.
Yep. And the figure will give you a rundown of how you can get involved.
Yeah, make sure to follow at RockMental Official on pretty much all the social media platforms.
Yep.
Head over to rockmental.com for any music, some new merch or whatever we have up. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
Cool. Well, I think we can get started, man. Like I mentioned, Marty Martinez here has been a friend of mine since for good almost 30 years,
A
man.
long time.
30 years.
A long time.
And I mean, we pretty much go together, man. We've been through some shit. We've been through some
For sure.
awesome shit with some pretty bad shit, some, and everything in between.
Yeah, man.
But the one thing that was always there for us was music. You know, I still remember going to your house and like jamming out, trying to learn the tabs to freaking Deftones. Freaking I remember when freaking what was it, Change came out. You're like, we gotta learn it, we gotta learn it, we gotta learn it. I remember freaking learning it, and man, it was like that was like the thing to look forward to, man. But I mean, that's the cool shit. Like, you know, we bonded over that. We hung out, we talked about music all the time. We played, you know, in shitty garage bands, you know, and tried to learn music. You know, I mean, I was telling Marty, we you got us a gig. I don't know how you would get us gigs, dude. I don't know how the hell you would get us gigs. Hey, we're playing at a church bazaar. What? And we ended up playing Seven Dust, Waffle.
Oh my gosh.
At a church bazaar. Imagine that.
Gotten some looks, I imagine.
Yeah. Let's say we have very supportive parents.
Shout out to my parents for letting that happen.
Yeah. I think after the second song, they're like, cut
What
it,
are they thinking?
cut it. But man, but we've been through a lot, man. And, you know, of course, over the years, you know, we kind of, you know, gone our own ways and done some things and you know, been watching you from, you know, where I've been and going through that journey and pursuing music. And I gotta say, I was maybe a little jealous for a little bit there, man, because like you were doing it and it was just awesome to see you doing something you love. But of course we're many years removed from that. And so like that's kind of where we want to, you know, maybe pick up on and just have you talk about that journey, you know, into music. And you say, you know what, I'm gonna do this at, you know, 19, 20 years old, right? So like, you know, talk to us about like what was that about?
So I just, if I really go far back, it really was about like just remembering packing Double Dave's.
Oh,
Like
man.
Double Dave's, man. Like that place used to be so packed, and I
That's
remember
true.
like that was I think like a huge like peak of like our band, like Sentience,
I remember
man,
Sessions.
and like rest in peace to my guitarist Carlos, dude.
Oh, he died, dude?
Yeah, man.
I did not. Oh,
Yes,
didn't
dude.
know that.
Rest in peace, Carlos. Adrian and Charlie Tafoya.
Yeah, man.
Like it was such fun times. We were working really, really hard, like on recording and just really getting our name out there, gigs like crazy, and then so crazy. Like I had a bunch of El Paso bands that were like really popular. Lila,
Yeah.
and that was like my favorite band. Like I was
Yeah.
obsessed with them. And crazy enough, the lead singer from that band reached out to me because they needed a guitarist, and I joined that band, and that was like a dream come true. And
Yeah.
I joined that band, played with Lila. I mean, they were really big at the time and doing really, really well. And it was really, really awesome, man. Like beyond awesome. Like I think anything I could have ever had imagined.
Yeah.
And then just kind of, you know, leaving that band because life happens, things
Yeah.
go down, and then just starting bands after band. And if I think about bands, I can like all the names. Let's see, A Heart Left Open,
Uh,
For All the Enemies.
Mhm.
Let's see, my most current band, A New Autumn. My gosh, like so many bands that I've been in, and um, it's all the same. Truthfully, it's all the same. And I'm sorry to bands like, no, not, I'm not sorry, but I'm more saying like it's what we do.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, every band knows every band, and
Yeah.
every member knows every member. And like if you're in a band, and really any scene, I think it's the same thing. Like we all know each other, and we've all been playing with each other at some way,
yeah.
shape, or
Yeah.
form. And so but with music comes a lot of really hard times, really a lot of hard sacrifices.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're like, for me it was like I was starting a family at the same time,
Yeah.
not really realizing that like you're starting a family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you have your girl. Any musician in the band would be like, I've got my girl, and then like your girl gets pregnant, and then
Yeah.
like you start having kids, and kids starting to get thrown in the mix of things. And then like, you know, like you're on this train of like music, and you know, you're like all right, guys, you're jumping on this train here, and
Yeah.
it's not going to stop. I promise you. And it was really crazy because we were discussing earlier, like
Yeah.
when we were eating, like how a buddy of mine, he was like, yeah, man, like, this is what I want to do. And like, and he's been in it just as long as I have. And
Yeah.
he was like, it's a sacrifice, man. And I thought to myself, like, man, I remember saying that, and
Yeah.
I missed so much of my kids' lives because of that. And it truly is. Any person who's out there, like, who's in a band, who's doing music, it's a hard, hard life. It's so hard.
Yeah, for real.
And like you sacrifice so much money is lost. You're always super poor, like all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and at the same time, like people, yeah, maybe your band is doing really well and where you're at, and like you're like up there, you feel like you're at the top of the world, but when you go home, you're struggling with,
Yeah.
addiction, you're struggling with depression, you're struggling with like
Yeah.
infidelity, you're struggling
Mhm.
with like so much, and you have your kids, like, and if you have kids, like they're, and I always say this, anybody who's going through mental health or addiction, your family is going through it right along with you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
are going through it right along with you, and it doesn't matter, like, they and I didn't think that for a really long time. A
Yeah.
really long time. My mentality was like, and this is probably, and every musician who's hearing me say this right now is going to be like, bro, I said that. I'm saying that right now, probably. But any girl who's come into your life, you were like, I'm in a band, so you better deal with it, and because this is my life, and
Mhm.
no matter what, like, there's nothing you're gonna say that's gonna make me get out of the band, because
Yeah.
I want to do this and I'm ready to make it and I'm gonna do it, and no matter what. And that was me. That was super me
Yeah.
saying it to
Mhm.
like, my ex-wife, my wife, probably I said it to, like,
Yeah.
but that it everything changed. Everything changes. It changes so much. I mean, and you can think about the singers
Mhm.
who, or musicians who have passed.
Yeah.
Wayne Static,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
from Static X. We knew him pretty well. Drowning Pool. We had many shows with that
Yeah.
band.
Mhm.
I mean, like, all the signs were there for
Yeah.
things. And you just don't know. I mean, what people are going through sometimes.
Mhm.
And it doesn't even have to be music. It was like actors, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just crazy stuff. And you're just so like blown away. Like, what? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
he so looked like he had it together, but you didn't.
You didn't.
You
Yeah.
didn't have
Exactly.
it together at all.
Oh, nope.
Yeah. And I saw this statistic, which is why we're kind of doing this show, but the life expectancy of a musician is significantly shorter
Oh yeah.
than the average American. I think somewhere like in the mid 50s. And I think everything you explained contributes to that: mental illness, loneliness, substance abuse, bad decision making. I think, you explained it perfectly. Like, there's this idea of what a musician is, but then there's a reality, as you become an adult. And I tell my kids this all the time, like, it's not fun and games anymore. Like, now
Yeah.
you got to pay bills. And if you have kids, that's half of your life taken away just being a parent. It's significantly different. So
Definitely.
hearing from a musician, what would you say was the point where you're like, okay, something's wrong? Not necessarily where you're like, okay, I need to get help, but you're like, okay, something's wrong here.
When your life starts, when you start having issues, whether it's marital, relational, when you have that, like, and I think the one thing that really resonates with me is when you're about to go to a show or a practice and your kids are running after you
Mm-hmm.
because they want to spend time with you, and you're like,
Yeah.
no, like, I'll
Yeah.
be right back. And it's like you driving away from them and they're crying, and like,
Yeah.
like, you think it's very innocent. Oh, they just want to spend some time with you,
Mhm.
but like, it's in those things, and it's such a part of life as us, like, being in bands and musicians, like, this is what we're doing, and yeah, like, this is a part of the sacrifice, and
Yeah.
but we don't realize at the time that, like, those are signs, like, things are changing in your life.
Yeah.
And you maybe should start to say, I need to make some changes, probably, or
exactly.
something is stirring the pot right now,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
All right. We got Joaquin.
Órale, carnal.
Yeah. What's up, Joaquin?
Cool. But yeah, man, and it's rough too, because I can only imagine like, but like it's kind of the same in any profession, right? It's the same thing,
Yeah.
if you're in a job that travels a lot, or it's very demanding, and you're the till 3 o'clock in the morning working, and doing a bunch of stuff takes time away. But I think like, especially for musicians, it's like, I guess part of the expectation of the rock star life, right? Like it's like you said, like, you have a lot of guys or girls out there saying, like, I gotta do this, I gotta sacrifice, I gotta put 110% into it because this is it, and this is the only way you can make it, and making those not necessarily excuses, but like justifying, right? And I think that's kind of where that could be like that slippery slope. Am I right?
Absolutely. There are many people that I know even now, and like, and no, not, and I want to say like, not, I'm so like happy that all the people that I know who are still like in bands and
Mm-hmm.
playing to this day, like I'm super like happy that they're like doing that still, and they're still making like that happen, and they're
Yeah.
still in shows and stuff. But for me it wasn't a thing, because I can only tell you right now, like if I continued on the path that I was going on, at least for me, because this was my journey, was I'd either be dead,
Mm-hmm.
like incarcerated for a really really long time, or god knows what, like
Yeah.
what could have happened to me, truthfully, to be quite honest with you. And like I really wasn't wanting to go that route, but it took a lot of like really like, and I'm not saying like speed bumps, it took a lot of like really like I hit hardcore walls,
Yeah.
and I hit so many walls, like so
Yeah.
many walls,
Mhm.
and probably like walls made of steel, and I still didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still didn't get it. I was so like ridiculous about things. And um I'm just so glad that I finally woke up and was able to like realize that I had, and I don't want to say issues. It's just a really bad word, and in my mind, because I'm like, ah, he's got issues. She's got issues. No, no, it's more like, we've got things that we need to work out, and mental health is crazy. And um, in my mind, truthfully, and those people who are in mental health or recovery or addiction or struggling from it or in the process of getting their stuff out, and for me, mine is a lifetime commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I see it as, because there are some days that I'm really struggling,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I'm gonna fall down that hole. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall down that hole, like
Yeah.
so badly. Suicidal ideation, depression, like
Mhm.
just feeling so like down on myself beyond belief. And I just want to drink so many beers
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
do so many things, and like just be done with it. Just be done with it. Like, so I mean, if that's you, that's anybody, like I don't want to say it's normal. What I'm gonna say though is you're not alone. There are other people
Oh,
who are
yeah.
dealing
yeah.
with that, for sure.
Absolutely, man. And I'm glad you brought that up, man, because it's so true. Because it's like you could be having like the best week of your life. You could be, doing everything. You're doing your exercises. You found a new band. You're engaging a lot, and it just takes
Yeah.
that one thing to knock you on your ass and just screw up everything. And we talked a lot about on the show here, like, mental health is should be treated the same and approached the same as physical health, but then it's not the same, because it's not like a cold where you can get cured from it. It's not like, you get a cut and, eventually it'll heal. Things like addiction, depression, anxiety, those things don't go away. You're not cured from it. And so, seeing you and your, say that your lifetime, it's a lifetime approach to it
Mhm.
is awesome for you to say, man, because yeah, it's it's hard to see someone go through that, and it's even harder like knowing, like, you know well, it's harder seeing someone like look okay, like you mentioned, like with Robin Williams, and like, wait, what happened, what did it wait, how, when,
Mhm.
where. We had that recently with one of our old uh classmates, that ended up, passing in that way. And it was just the same thing. What?
Mhm.
How? Wait, where? Like, where did this come from? And even the people who worked with them and knew him really well, same thing. And so it's no matter if your struggles internal and you're keeping it private or it's external for the world to see, it's still a struggle, right?
Yeah. And I like what you say. Like I always say, I live with bipolar and PTSD. I don't
Yeah.
suffer because to me, it's like I'm allowing myself to suffer these things. It's
Yeah.
like an excuse to not get help.
Yeah.
But another thing you said was like kind of hitting rock bottom.
Yeah.
And what does rock bottom look like? Like for me, I didn't hit rock bottom. I got like hit and drug across rock bottom for years.
Yeah.
And I can't say that people didn't see it. Obviously, you guys saw
Yeah,
it,
okay.
but it was me there, like getting drugged through this whole thing, and I had the same things. I got to drink. This is gonna suck, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, really, the words are important. You know, I
Yeah.
don't suffer. I live with it. I manage it, and those words kind of give you power in dealing with your journey, right? So
Yeah.
like if I'm wake up depressed one day, it's not I'm suffering depression. It's like, okay, I gotta manage this. I gotta live through this.
Yeah.
And I think it's important, you know, to frame it that way in your own mind, just like you said.
Yeah, don't and anybody out there that says like I'm an alcoholic, I'm an addict, and I want to, and a lot of people are probably going to be mad at me for sure, but like those of you who have gone through like 12 step or anything else, I know it's our thing to be like, hi, my name is Marty, I'm a you know, for me, I'm a grateful believer in Jesus Christ and I struggle with alcohol. And you know, like for the longest time, that's what I did for a really long time when I was in recovery. And I
Mhm.
mean, I'm still in recovery, but I mean, when I was in the at the beginning of it, and
Yeah.
that's what I was. And for the longest time, like, all right, this is who I am now. It's not who you are.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
not who you are. Don't label yourself in that situation and
go.
be like,
Mhm.
my name is so and so and I'm this. Like, that's not what you are. Like,
No.
Yeah.
stop telling yourself that, because that's not what
Mhm.
you are. Like, you're better than that. You're gonna be better than that. Like, there is
Mhm.
hope. Like, and I know it's a lot easier for me to say like there's hope, and yes, it's ready to,
Mhm.
because you know my story is different than your story. My story is different than your story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your story, you know, and so we all have different stories. But I think, you know, the premise of what this is and what's happening out there is, you know, they're a community of people
Mhm.
who truly love one another. They care about each other, and
Mhm.
they want to spread that hope. And so
Mhm.
when I came from it, when I was in addiction, it was like I did it by myself because I didn't know that there was, you know, 12 step available. I didn't know that there were organizations, you know,
Mhm.
available. I
Yeah.
didn't know that there was this and that. And so it was really hard and really lonely and very
Mhm.
difficult. And,
Yeah.
you know, I failed so many times,
yeah.
like beyond belief. And I wish I knew about these things. And, you know, in any city, whether it's our city or any city that you live in or whatever it is, like there are places. Now I know it's a lot, and I think it's not for us as those who are recovering from mental health or addiction.
Mhm.
I don't want to say it's up to you to go look for those places. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if those places are truly about, and these places are probably going to hate me too, but um, it's if those places are really about like being like helpful to the community and wanting to be a part of the community and wanting to change lives and help people, then they need to reach farther
Mhm.
Oh,
out
yeah.
to help those, because some of us we can't, like
Yeah.
we can't reach out because we're stuck. We're so stuck.
Yeah,
We're stuck on
exactly.
that corner of the street you know, as an
Mhm.
addict to heroin. We're stuck in that bar, you know, as an addict to, you know, alcohol. And
Yeah.
while we're there, like in our addiction, we're like, man, I really wish there was somebody who would help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we were waiting for that person to show up.
Exactly.
We are.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I think that's what the community we're building here, man, with this mosh pit
Mhm.
mentality. Because yeah, at a show, someone gets down, you're not gonna be like, we need a medic.
Yeah.
We need some help here. You know, it's everyone's responsibility.
Mhm.
It's everyone. It's on everyone to just go in and say, what's going on? What do you need?
Mhm.
I'm here for you. You're not in this alone. Let's get you some help. Let's take you to rehab. Let's take you to some treatment. Let's take you wherever you need to go. I'll take you to a
Mhm.
church, wherever. It doesn't matter. That's the community, and I think that's the culture from the mosh pit that society can learn
Mhm.
from. Like, people don't have time. You know, people don't have time to say, oh, well, you can book an appointment 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
You know, oh, well, you know, we got to check your insurance and shit and stuff like that. No, like,
Mhm.
people need help right fucking now.
Mhm.
And that's kind of where this mosh pit mentality is coming in, man, because it's on everybody,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's a two-way street though. Like in the mosh pit mentality, we tell people,
Oh,
put your hand up.
That's
If you
right.
need help, ask somebody. Though I don't know if this is true for you, but I resisted asking for help.
Yeah.
I knew that I had a problem. I knew that it was starting to get out of hand, but for whatever reason, I guess I was maybe waiting for someone to
Yeah.
offer me help or
That's true.
sit me down and say, hey, you're not doing too well.
Intervention.
We don't walk around with intervention banners.
Yeah, I know.
Interventions are kind of a cliche of their own, but
Yeah.
it really is something that you have to take control of.
Yeah.
Saying taking control of your addiction is kind of another cliche, but
Yeah.
you're not taking control, you're taking control of how you deal with it.
Yeah.
And I think some people need that reminder that it's up to you to ask for help first.
Yeah. But just a reminder that when you do ask for help, someone will be there. Someone will be there. And it may not be, who you expected or maybe who you wanted at that particular moment, but someone's going to be there. And I think that's an important thing to always remember for everyone out there.
Mhm.
Right. But man, definitely, I mean, life is hard in general.
Yeah.
Life just kicks you in the ass sometimes, especially when you least expect it. And as a musician, though, going through the bands, going through gigs and like trying to like make enough money just to like, buy food or buy whatever, it's hard enough. And so like, I guess like talk about like what pressures do you feel, especially like you said, starting the family, things are going on, life is happening, and you're still trying to pursue that dream. Like what were some of those pressures that were just like, man?
I think the biggest one is finances.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think the next one is feeling like the regret. Like I think those of us who are in bands and who already have kids and whatnot, like I think the hardest thing is like doing those shows,
Yeah.
doing those late night practices, because what really happens is we go to work from 8 to 5, say,
Yeah.
right? And then after 5, we've got a band practice scheduled, right?
Mhm.
And so we go home for what? An hour?
Yeah.
Have an hour only with our families, and then after that we're off to practice, and then at practice we're there for what, 2-3 hours?
Yeah.
It could even be longer, because you know what, our band member Johnny, he brought some beers with him.
Yeah.
And so all right, here we go, like here it is. And so we're drinking and we're practicing, and then your night turns into 5 hours,
Yeah.
and then your family's asleep by the time you get home, and then the cycle starts all over again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or you got a show the following day, and then you're out till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get home till 4 sometimes, till 3. And then like, and it's like that on a continuous cycle. And in your mind, as somebody who's trying to do music, you're like, this is sacrifice. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing this. Like, yes, I'm making it. And probably because that show was really good and people were like cheering and like, like it just went so good. You're like, yes, I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, you're missing out. And I really hate to say it, because I know there's a lot of people out there, a lot of musicians who are in this situation right now, and they're trying to do music and they're trying to make it. And now I will say, I think doing music has gotten a lot easier now, because now there's social media and whatnot. But I think for us, it was a lot harder because we were traveling, we were recording CDs, now you can just go into your basement and like, record so easily with the best equipment.
Yeah.
And so it was much harder for us. And I don't think like it's as hard. And so maybe even like society now has made it too easy.
It's true.
That's how true. That just makes it more easy to fall into mental health and addiction.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And that's interesting. We do feature quite a few bands where it's just a singer-songwriter making all the music themselves in their bedroom. And we also have these really big bands that go on tours.
Yeah.
For instance, like Dice Spitz is on tour with Viagra Boys. Like,
Yeah.
it's nuts, right? So like we have this huge range, but one thing that I was impressed by was how the music scene here in El Paso has grown since I came back. So I've been out of the city for quite a while and then
Yeah.
came back, and there's really good bands.
Very
like
good bands.
I don't remember a music scene like this before I left. Like
You remember Layla?
I do remember Layla, but there seems to be more Laylas lately.
Yeah. Layla's late.
Laylas lately, yeah.
Yeah, no, man. And true. I mean, we featured a lot of these bands on
Mhm.
RockMental, and like you said though, like it's a big community because like you'll see bands showing up for one another. You'll see bands even if they're not playing at the set, like they'll still go out and support their friends, and that's important too. And sometimes it can also be a not a good thing too. But
Mhm.
you know, either way, like it's a community of musicians that respect one another, that love one another. And I think we can learn that in our whole scheme of things. Well, like, you know, you don't have to be in a band to watch out for one another. You don't have to
Yeah.
be a musician to enjoy music and to want to hang out with fellow, you know,
Mhm.
fellow rockers, fellow people, fellow fans. And I think that's kind of where like some of the, you know, some of the discussion gets into, because I mean, musicians, you're fans too.
Yep.
You're fan, you know, we're fans too. And that's the coolest thing when
Mhm.
we talk to bands on Beyond the Pit, and they're talking about their story just like you do.
Mhm.
They're talking about their struggles with addiction just like you are. We always end up, hey, so what are you listening to right now? Who are your favorite bands? Oh, I got this band, I saw this band at this show. And I mean,
Mhm.
that's what we are, man. We're fans. And so it's cool to hang out and reminisce and connect in that way. And I think we need to do it more, you know?
Oh yeah. And so we as the Rock Mental Mosh Pit, what can we do to better support musicians in mental health, substance abuse, since it is a huge problem for musicians?
Yeah.
I think what you said earlier was like I was thinking someone was gonna show up as my knight in shining armor to
Mhm.
like, hey, do you need help? You know, and I think a lot of us are waiting for that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but don't wait for that because it's gonna be too late. And I hate to say that, but it's reality. Like I've lost a lot of friends due to
Mhm.
mental health, a lot of people, and because they waited for that moment. And again, my story is different than other stories, but like don't like tackle that. Like there are people out there who care here,
Mhm.
you know, like reach out, you know, just reach out. All it takes is like a simple reach out, like, you know, and people aren't asking you to like go into your life story and say all the bad things, because I know probably a lot of us are like, man, I'm gonna have to tell them like this whole like all the bad
I
things.
think, okay, I got you. Let's go find
Mhm.
some help. And that's the other biggest thing too, is that you know, we talk a lot about 988. 988 isn't just for people who are going through crisis. It's also, there's a ton of resources for people who know someone who's in crisis and
Mhm.
just don't know what the fuck to do. Because it's hard. It is hard. And it's not an easy thing to try to have a conversation with a loved one, but there are resources for those people too. And so we have those resources
Mhm.
at rockmental.com/help. Whether you're going through it or you know someone's going through it, we have a ton of information there. We're trying to provide all these resources to our fans, the members of the pit, fellow musicians, anybody who just wants to learn
Mhm.
what do I do in this situation, or who do I call? Everything's all there.
Yeah, man. And, you know, we did talk about, you know, how difficult it is being a musician and all the pitfalls that go, but how is music, I guess, you know, how does that help with your mental health? And is music really like kind of like a double-edged sword? Like it kind of takes away some because you're out all the time, but also gives you comfort knowing that someone's singing about something you're going through at the same time.
I think when we're in it and we're playing shows and we're gigging and we're on stage, like things are awesome.
Yeah.
Like, why would they not be? I mean, like people are cheering for you and you're doing
Mhm.
really well and like you're doing what you love. I mean, and but yes, it is a double-edged sword because of the sacrifice that you
Yeah.
have to make. And
Yeah.
so you really don't have, I'll be honest with you, you don't have time to like it's because it's like I said, it's your regular life,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then it's your music life.
Yeah.
But where in there is, because and those of you who are in mental health, self-care. Self-care is so vital and so important, and so and a lot of them don't know that term, self-care.
Yeah.
Self-care. I tell people all the time now, you've been doing your self-care? What's that?
Yeah,
Self-care.
yeah.
Take time for yourself. Like, when have you
Yeah.
done that? Not being on the show, not playing shows or doing music. No. Take some time to, when have you just
Mhm.
chilled and played video games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When have you just like sat down with your kids? Like, when
Yeah.
have you just like read a book
Mhm.
or gone to a restaurant with your family? Like take some time. Music will be there. I promise you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Music will be there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be able to have the, and it's hard. I don't want to say like have the discipline to like
Mhm.
do those things, but I mean, I'm telling you now, like if you're thinking those things and having those thoughts, then I'm telling you, like, just do it. Just go with that and be like, I'm gonna take some time with my family, because you can schedule that show next week.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you're doing something really cool with your son, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't be more blessed about this, and I like, I'm so happy about it, because my son, I don't want to say he's a product, and I'm using the wrong wording. What I want to say is that my son was there with me in a lot of the bad times,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm so proud of all my kids, and I want to say that, like, because at the end of the day, and I want to say, it may not be the story for everybody, but at least I'm so grateful that my kids saw me go through a lot, and they
Mhm.
saw me make a lot of stupid mistakes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what really like got me to say, like, man, you need to change your life. You need to start
Mhm.
waking up, was because of their like unconditional love,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and how they were still there for me. They were still loving me. And so that gave me like the hope, and then, and of course my wife, and
Mhm.
oh my gosh, how many times could I have done so many stupid things
Yeah.
and said so many stupid things because
Yeah.
of my addiction.
Yeah.
But I mean, my son is like better than I'll ever be, and I'm so happy and excited. Like, he plays with me at church.
Mhm.
What fathers can say, like, oh yeah, my son's playing with me at church, and
Yeah.
he likes all the same bands as me, and he's about to play this show with me,
Yeah.
this reunion show with me, and like everything just has been hitting
Mhm.
so well, and he's just better than I'll ever be, and we
Mhm.
always we always want to hope that, because I think there's always people who say like there's this like generational
Mhm.
curse or whatever
Yeah,
it
the
is.
cycle.
Yeah.
There's not that. Your kids are way like
Mhm.
way better than I'll ever be, and he's already proved that to me, and I'm super excited about just how surpassing he is from whatever I've done, and
Yeah.
I think he's learned from dad.
Oh, yeah.
Dad's done a lot of stupid things, so I'm definitely not going to do that for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hope the same thing too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. And I gotta say, man, and I know, we've connected and talked about, what's up with life and everything like that. I gotta say, it's really cool, you sharing that musical journey with
Mhm.
your family. Remember one time you posted, really good Facebook thing about finding faith and
Mhm.
leaning into that, and that's awesome. And, it's just really cool, man. And like hoping that others out there who are, gone through it, that it's not too late.
Mhm.
It's yeah, you're gonna make some bad decisions. Yeah, you're gonna do some things, but you know what? There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
There's gonna be people there that are gonna help you no matter what. And it's just cool to talk to you and give a good reminder for all that stuff, man. It's really cool.
All right, man. So, what's next for Voyeur?
So we've got a show the 22nd of December.
Okay.
El Paso does this not so silent Christmas, which I think,
Mhm.
from what I remember, because this will be a long time that I've done it. It was like a fundraiser, Toys for Tots type of
Okay.
Oh,
deal.
that's cool.
But yes, it's the 20th anniversary for the album Dead Roses for the Living. I was like thinking about when we were talking, I was like, oh my gosh, Martin's gonna be like so mad at me if I'm saying this wrong. Like, yes, 20th anniversary for Dead Roses for the Living. It's gonna be a one-time deal. But we're gonna get the band back, and I think what's awesome is again my son's gonna be on board with that.
That's
thing.
awesome.
That's cool.
And so looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be at Rock House. if I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
mistaken.
Okay, yeah, Rock
So
House
those
cool.
of you in
Yeah, I
El
like Rock
Paso,
House.
Rock House is the place. Played there many times. It's a great venue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so I think it's gonna be really cool to just
Mm-hmm.
jam out again and do that, and
Mhm.
so
The Rock House is where we saw Lockjaw, right?
That is correct. Yeah, yeah, really good. And I think that's just like the hangout.
Yeah.
For
Oh, yeah.
everyone. There's always a show. Everyone's out there. I think that's where we met Honey and Verosa.
Honey and Verosa,
Really
Glorious.
great bands from El
Really,
Paso
really good
going through
bands,
there.
man. And even out of a lot of people hit up when they're touring in and coming in through El Paso, they hit
Oh,
up the
yeah.
Rock House and then just hang out. So but yeah, man, hey, like it's so awesome to reconnect on that level and just talk about life, dude, right?
Mhm.
And hopefully the music will continue to bring all of us together, will continue to be that rock to always fall back on, man.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
it's good.
So we got a question for all our guests.
Yep.
Before we end.
Yep.
Give us your top 5 artists that you're listening to right now.
all right.
Let's do it.
As I was telling you earlier, I
Mhm.
drove up listening to Maylene and the Sons of Disaster.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Issues is another good one that I've been listening to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Attila.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I still listen to Placebo.
Oh,
That's what we're looking down there.
I know. I was thinking. Let's see. That's 3. Oh my gosh. Trust Company.
Trust
Oh,
Company.
okay.
Okay.
Trust Company. Let's see. Il Nino.
Oh yeah.
And then
Nice.
yes, I have to give these peeps because I really love new music, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna take over then 5.
Do it.
It's
But,
okay.
Daybloom. I definitely have to give them a shout out. Like
okay.
I love that they've named their genre. They called pop metal. I really
Okay.
love
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
And then yours truly. There's a lot of really, really good bands coming out of Australia.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We like
really
Australia.
good bands. Yours truly, Stand Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
They're all female driven bands, but I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
their sound is so good. They're bringing back that like
Mhm.
rock, new metal type, like
Yep.
2000s music.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I really, really
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. So I mean,
Yeah, dude.
bands like that, and so that's kind of what I've been
Awesome.
listening
Nice.
to right
Well, what if we go ahead and put together a playlist where you can share, I don't know, 15, 20 songs that you're listening to
Oh,
for
yeah.
the fans out there?
Yeah, we'll attach it to this episode
Yeah.
post, and we'll
Mhm.
put it up on rockmental.com when this episode publishes, man, and we'll put it out there. That way you can listen to what Marty's listening to, and
Mhm.
and I gotta say, I listened to Daybloom. Remember you reached
Yeah.
out, and let me know, and they're really good. They're really good, and like her voice just really comes out, and like
Yeah.
you're just like, okay, this
Yeah.
fits. This fits. This is cool.
Yeah. Talking about Australian bands, not too long ago, we had like 3 bands from New Zealand or something, right?
Yeah.
We had
if you're
2
from New Zealand.
I think I put a couple from Australia on the playlist.
Yeah.
I haven't revisited. We need to go revisit.
Lots of really good bands.
So we saw Ammo and the Sniffers live in Dallas.
Oh, that's
And
right.
they were really good.
really
Yeah.
good.
With Dice Pits open for them. I thought they were better.
Oh, okay.
The Chats, I believe, Australia, nice punk band.
Yeah.
There's some really good music coming out of there.
It's like there's a lot of genres. It's like not like one genre that's peaking from a country or
Mhm.
something like that. Like Australia's having like a whole revolution. Like,
Yeah.
It's really cool. I like
Yeah.
that a lot. But man, hey, Marty, we gotta have you back, man. There's so much we gotta talk about
Mhm.
and chat through and reminisce on
Mhm.
playing covers and all that good stuff. Talk about playing Papa Roach at our school
Oh
and
my gosh.
pissing off our band director. That was so
Sober. Some Tool.
That was oh man. Dude,
Yeah,
I
we could
never
have
got
him
like
on the-
oh man.
We
I
could have
think you
him on
guys started
the
playing Tool and I'm
Tuesday
like, no, I can't. I can't. No, I got it. Like freaking Unleashed was bad. Was hard enough.
I think when Arms Wide Open it came out like right then.
Oh,
So I just remember being at the lock-in and playing, and when we started, when I just everyone,
Yeah.
They like flipped out of that song. It's like so popular.
How'd you learn it? Taps.
Yeah, we should have him on the Tuesday show.
That's
yeah,
right,
I'm about to
that's
say we'll get you back on a Tuesday show, special guest.
show off some of your bands, man. Because I mean, we go at it, man. We go obscure and
Yeah, we're pretty competitive too.
yeah, I usually win.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm in my bands, right?
Oh no, you went for my band this time on
I
Tuesday.
just felt sorry for you.
Because I stole one of his bands like in the third episode, and he's still giving me shit for it.
What band is it?
Poison the Preacher.
I haven't heard of that.
They're really the
They're
thrash metal brand
Thrash metal from Colombia.
from Colombia.
Yeah.
Really good guys.
really
Really
good.
good guys. I think we're gonna try to reach out to them and talk to them. 'Cause they're
Yeah.
really, really good, man. But hey, Marty, dude,
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank
been-
you,
Really
man.
appreciate it.
it's been too long. I know that's part of my fault, man. But
No,
we're gonna,
man.
we're gonna keep this going, and we're gonna keep this discussion. We're gonna talk music, and we're gonna talk life. And we'll just want to say, man, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us. If you're new to RockMental, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that follow button for more music, rock, life, mental health discussion. And if you are able to, please hit up some of our awesome partners. We have Sonder Mountain. Our Mayhem is featuring some Sonder Mountain gear right now. If
Yeah, that's
you
their
like-
new summer collection.
This is their new summer.
summer collection.
Summer collection.
Right?
Yeah.
Throw a picture up.
Yep. Props to Kip Grange over there at Sonder
Yeah.
doing what he's doing, and he's a dude. He's gone through it. He's very open about his struggle with addiction. And his openness, kind of same thing. He was in a band. He did the whole thing, did life, and now he started Sonder Mountain with these badass tattoo inspired designs.
Yep.
And so go please support him at sondermountainco.com. And also for those musicians who don't want their ears to go shot, we also have a new partner, Flare Audio. Right?
That's right. If you have auditory sensitivity like me, for whatever reason, Flare Audio is a great product. It's a practical solution to my day-to-day.
Yeah.
So I carry my keys with me every day. Got my soft or calmer on there. Throw them in. I use them today when I went to go to my kid's school.
That's
Yeah.
right.
There are a ton of people there, but yeah, go check them out for sure.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I put in those prototypes. I put away my overhead Bluetooth. I
Yeah.
put in those prototypes. Holy shit, man.
Dude,
it was like I was in
They're
the studio.
really good.
It was like I was in the studio.
I put on some Twin Tribes on vinyl.
Oh, dude. Oh, things got weird.
It got very weird, but in a very good way.
Yep. Now you can find all these Flare Audio products on rockmental.com/Flare Audio. Hit them up, or just go to rockmental.com/shop. Any purchase, anything that you guys do helps us do what we do, bring you the rock, bring you the mental health discussion.
That's right. And we'll be back Tuesday live. We're going to feature some new bands.
Yep.
Maybe a game or two.
Perhaps.
If we have some time.
I think we'll have some fun.
But your homework till then is to go to our webpage, rockmental.com/help. Hit the link that takes you to Heads Up Guys. There's a quiz there about depression that I want everybody here to take.
Sure. But and figure tell everyone where they can find us on social media.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you head over to @RockMental on all the good social media platforms. Head over to rockmental.com whenever you want to hear some new music, whatever's going on in Chaotic's head that week.
There's a lot going on.
You want to buy some cool merch? Just rockmental.com.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Awesome, man. Hey, we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have an awesome weekend. Rock on. Hit us up on social, and let's keep it going, guys. This is some Boyer. I can't believe that's Adrian, dude.
It sure is. It sure is.
Jeez, man. Well, dang. Wow. That we get jumping. Yeah. I see it.
You're gonna go to the show, right?
Yeah, man.